Today on Corporate Review, join us as we explore innovative technologies, cutting-edge solutions, and timely discussions from leaders across the globe. This is Corporate Review.
Many small to medium-sized businesses find that their borrowing needs are not met by the traditional banking system. Joining us today from Premier Trade Solutions is President Thomas Cavanaugh and Vice President Claire Cavanaugh to talk about how their company provides some viable financing options. Welcome to you both.
Thank you,
Good morning, Jackie.
Tom, first of all, what are some of the challenges small businesses face when they need cash to grow?
There's really a number of challenges that the small business faces out in the lending environment. The primary one, I think, is to get the money they need and to retain the control of the company that they want to keep. Control can be an equity issue. It might be financial conditions or restrictions. The second challenge is really to use the assets that they currently have to be able to finance their future growth. That can be assets or it could be orders. The last challenge, and probably the most important as well, is who to pick to provide the financing. So there's many options available to the borrower, and which is the right option for their company.
So Claire, why do you believe your company is one of the best choices available?
Well, we have a tremendous amount of experience, Jackie, working with different types of companies in different industries, so we're able to bring lots of creative solutions to the needs that they have. And we have money available to lend. We can make decisions quickly and provide them with the cash they need.
Well, let's take a closer look at Premier Trade Solutions in this on-location field report.
We're a small technology company operating in the beauty sector, and we've recently come across some very innovative technology that's going to enable us to kind of take the marketplace. And as I said, we're small. We don't really have the capital, unlimited capital resources, so we needed a partner that would help us so that we could build our inventory levels, we could drive our brand and our marketing efforts, and really reach out to the consumers, as well as take on the challenges of some of these larger retail type customers and so forth that require a little bit more infrastructure and inventory to be able to support them. And PTSI was the partner that we chose to work with because they were more flexible and willing to do this for us. We as an organization would not be where we are today. We'd not be able to expand and grow in the manner that we're growing and deal with these large clients like, say, a Macy's or a Nordstrom or a Target if we didn't have this partnership with PTSI.
The key differentiators between Premier Trade Solutions and our competition is one, we're straightforward and upfront on how we work with our customers. Our clients specifically know and understand from the beginning on how the funding process works and specifically what it's going to cost them. The second is our programs are simple and easy to use. They're not complicated, and our funding process can be sometimes as quick as a day in ongoing funding. We take time to get to know our clients, and our clients get to know us, and we base our relationship on trust. And I think that that's a huge differentiator. Our clients are not a number or just another account. We work really hard to understand what their problems are so that we can create financing solutions to help them achieve their goals. And at the end of the day, that not only helps Premier Trade be successful, but our clients to be successful too. And that's a win for both of us.
Tom, give us a brief description of what factoring and purchase order finance are.
Factoring and purchase order finance are financial products that provide money to the borrower outside of a traditional bank type of relationship. They have a common element, which is both products focus on the customer of our client and their creditworthiness. So our focus is really not so much on our client and their financial ability, but more if they do what they're supposed to, will their customer be able to pay the bill? Purchase order finance is lending our client money to either purchase or produce a product for sale under an existing order.
Okay.
Factoring is then turning that accounts receivable into immediate cash by buying it at the time that the product is delivered. So our client doesn't have to wait a period of time to to get their money, they get it immediately. When our clients combine purchase order finance and factoring, they have a seamless financial transaction that takes them all the way from the time where they look at the supplier, they look at their buyer, it takes them through buying the product, the delivery to the ultimate buyer, and then the collection of that receivable from the buyer. What it really gives our client is financial leverage because they're using our money to buy the product, so that gives them a greater financial return. And it also gives them leverage in that they get to rely upon our expertise and our experience. So we can bring that to work for them as well.
Claire, what are the characteristics of a business that would benefit from this type of financing?
We look at companies that have valid accounts receivable, something that we can verify and purchase. We look for companies that have valid purchase orders and companies that have a need to speed up their cash and they don't have the financial statements to go to a bank. Mm-hmm. They're not going to be able to talk to banks in terms of traditional financing.
Now, Claire, getting back to purchase order financing and factoring, can those also be used separately as opposed to together?
Oh, absolutely. If you have a company that has a purchase order where they're going to deliver and get fairly immediate payment, that would be one where you could just do the purchase order side of the business. Or if you're a company where you don't need the cash up front to either acquire or make your product, but you've made your sale and now you need cash to acquire more or make more, we can just simply do the factoring side, the acquisition of the account receivable.
Tom, why would a company choose to factor? Give me some concrete examples with a specific type of company, if you would.
Well, let's look at a distributor. They make a sale. First they have an order from a company. They think it's a good order, but they've never dealt with this company before. Factoring has a big service element associated with it besides just giving them cash. So we do credit, we do accounting, and we do collection responsibilities as well. So number one, they get immediate access to cash. It's extremely flexible. We have no requirements. They can choose when to factor or not to factor, so it's really driven by their own cash flow needs. There are very few financial requirements or reporting requirements, which you would find many of those in a traditional banking relationship. And it's service-based. So we provide the backroom services. We're actually working for our client.
It's a very flexible situation. We receive the funds and we get to use them really as the company sees fit. I mean, we can use them for payroll, we can use them for investment into other products, research and development. PTS&I is not getting involved in telling us, hey, we gave you this money, this is how you have to use it. One of the things that I find really unique and interesting with working with PTS&I is that they give us the ultimate flexibility on what we do with our funding. They're really a partner here to help us when we need it. Unlike most funding and capital lending groups, they require you to run all of your finances and all of your money through their organization. It's their way of mitigating their risk. With PTS&I, what they've done is they've allowed us to choose and pick and choose when we need their help and when we don't need their help. We can pick which receivables we want to factor, which POs we need financing, and which we don't. So it gives us that ultimate flexibility to say, hey, this month we need help, maybe next month we don't need help. But we get to get involved if and when we need it, and they're always there ready to help us.
So Claire, why is your company, Premier Trade Solutions, a good source for these types of financing?
We provide back office services that allows a business owner in a small business to go out and do what they do best, which is to run their company and look for increased opportunity. Our programs are very straightforward. There's nothing tricky to it. Our documentation is very straightforward, and we don't have any contractual minimum time frame or dollar amount. So people can choose to factor or use the purchase order programs as they need to, as Tom was referring to. The other piece of it is we're a small business. We know how important it is to get back to people quickly and provide them with an answer. If we can do it, provide them with the cash. If we can't, at least let them know so that they can make alternative decisions.
If a small to medium business needs some help with their cash flow needs, it certainly sounds like Premier Trade Solutions can help. Thanks for joining us today to explain it.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Jackie.
Jackie.